someone will say something like about my weight, and it's like, why do you feel like you get to comment on my weight? And the answer that goes off in my head is, because you're fat. Hey YouTube, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, welcome. Before I start talking, why don't you subscribe? If you're new, subscribe. If you're not new, you're not subscribed, I believe you know what you need to do. Today I have a special guest here for my video. He's not gonna say much. His name's Poppy. I wanted to empty some thoughts that have been on my brain for quite a while now, to be honest. I struggle a lot with body image, and this is something that has been tormenting me now for, I want to say, a year now. It's not really something that I have dealt with in the way that I'm dealing with it now, and I'm a very sensitive person, so best believe that it's been fucking hard, really hard. So a little bit of a explanation. I'm in my 20s, so you know, in my early 20s and in high school, you know, I was skinny as F. I was hella skinny, and part of it was genetics, part of it was I was not done going through puberty, and another part of it was like, I'm sure if my mom was taking us out to restaurants and buying us junk food all the time, maybe I would be a little bit thicker. Regardless, for whatever reason, I was skinnier, whatever. But I was so used to just being skinny and having a metabolism that just like everything I ate just, I barely gained weight. There was one time that I did gain some weight because I was eating a lot of junk food and really like just in a bad place. But then as soon as I went back to my normal habits, I lost that weight and I went back to what my regular weight was. When I moved to Montreal, I put on weight. It's usually anything in concern with my weight or the way I look or just my body. It's just hard for me to talk about. When I moved to Montreal, I got a job in my career. That means stability. I'm able to put a roof over my head. I'm able to feed myself, pay for transportation. And I remember when I first bought my car, I did gain a little bit of weight. I'm not walking all the time to the bus stop, running after the bus, but I didn't gain a lot of weight because I was still working as a waitress. And if anyone has been a waitress or a waiter, that's a lot of running around you're doing. Now I work in an office sitting at a desk, and this is new for my body. Also, another thing that's new for my body is having total control over what I can eat, which sounds weird, but it's true. In the past, you know, I've lived with my mom, I've lived with my grandmother, and I wouldn't really eat a lot. I'm such a loner. For example, like if I wake up in the morning and it's like I want breakfast, but I can hear that there's a lot of people in the living room or there's a lot of people in the kitchen, I'm probably just gonna like wait until everyone goes away before I make my breakfast, because I don't really want to talk to nobody. And I know that's not the greatest habit to have, but that's what I did. Like, there's no food in my bedroom, but best believe I've always loved food the way I love it now. Where are we going with this? Now I have total control over what I eat. I have my own fridge. I can eat at any time of the day I want. I can cook whatever I want. I can eat whatever I want with my adult money. And even with that, personally, I don't feel like I eat bad. But anyways, with that being said, I gained weight, right? For sure, you know, I love pizza. When we first moved into the apartment, we were eating pizza too much, and we were eating wings too much. Now we don't really eat. We probably eat wings like once every 2 months, and we probably eat pizza like once a month, which is not bad in my opinion. But in the beginning, for sure, we were doing a little bit too much, and we were doing a little bit too much drinking as well. I think we were just excited about the freedom, right? But even now, like now I eat I'm gonna say eat better. I eat the same as I always do. But I gained weight. This is the part where it gets hard. This is the part where the internal stuff starts to happen and the self-sabotage starts to happen. So the first thing that comes to my head is, you have to get rid of it, right? So I tried to, and it was hard. It was very hard, but I never put like a huge pressure on myself to get rid of the weight until people started making comments. And this is the part where, you know, I might be a little bit of a crybaby, because okay, I'm not gonna make up any of the things that were said to me. I just wanna like give an example of what kind of things were causing me to think so negatively of myself. And if you are one of the people that made these comments to me, I'm not mad at you, right? I'm not mad at you, because what I've learned is, one, you can't control other people, and two, people don't always have ill intentions in the things that they say. Even if they end up hurting your feelings, that might not have been their intention. And I just want myself to learn, you know, not to care so much about the things that other people say. And some of the comments that I would get, that like once I put on weight, was, you know, when I met you, you were so skinny. What happened? Which there's no other way for me to understand that. Well, there's no other way that I understood that other than, when I met you, you looked like this, and now you look like that. Why do you look like that? Girl, get back to this. You were so much better than what you are now. And I know that's not what is meant by it, but that's exactly how I hear it. You know, or saying things like, you know, you look great, but. You look great, but. Ugh. It's really hurtful. It's really hurtful. Honestly, when I'm by myself and I'm not talking to anybody, when I'm not receiving other people's opinions, when I, like right now, for example, I look in the mirror and I'm like, you know, I feel good. I feel like I look good. I feel like I look beautiful. But then someone will say something like about my weight, and it's like, why do you feel like you get to comment on my weight? And the answer that goes off in my head is, because you're fat. And it fucking sucks. I hate it so much. I hate it so much. I've never had to deal with self-sabotaging myself in this way, because I've done a lot of harmful things. A lot of harmful things. So another comment that was made to me, you know, I was cooking a lot and trying to cook new things, you know, trying to learn how to cook new things. And someone said to me, wow, you know, you've been cooking a lot. Are you trying to land yourself on my 600-pound life? And I know that it was supposed to be a joke, but it was like, the first thing I think in my head was, like, there's no other reason for you to say that than because you believe that I'm constantly gaining weight to a point that I'm gonna reach obesity. But it's just hurtful. Like, when I decided that I want to lose this little bit of weight that I gained, I tried different exercises. I tried starting up for the gym. I've never been an active person, but I'm definitely gonna try, at least try. But my problem really is consistency. I will get into working out. I'll work out for a month straight, or I'll work out for 2 months straight, and then I will just stop for whatever reason. But I know that I have it in me to work out. I just gotta figure out what it is that's gonna hold my interest long enough, right? While I'm trying to figure out my thing, you know, if someone says to me, if someone makes a comment to me about my weight, and then they come to me and also say, oh, by the way, you know, maybe you should try doing this to lose weight. Again, the same thing goes through my head is, well, they're recommending to you things that you can do to lose weight because you're fat. Because if you weren't fat, they wouldn't be saying that. There's a part of me that knows that that's not true. No, there's a part of me that doesn't want to believe that that's true, but I also know that this society has really fucked up standards of beauty. But other people have gotten into my ear about it. So the good thing is, my boyfriend, he doesn't comment on my weight. He doesn't say like, oh, you kind of gained some weight, or oh, you're getting kind of chunky. But in past relationships, for them to tell me afterwards, I was just really shocked that you're kind of chubby, like you're so pretty, and then I saw your body. Like, that's not nice. I was pretty upset about that, and at the time when that was said to me, I ended up losing the weight a couple months later. So I guess I didn't really think about it much because I ended up getting rid of the weight. But this time, the weight's still here. I don't believe that I'm a big person. I'm not. But according to other people's opinions, because I don't look the way I did in my early 20s, I'm getting fat. The other thing that hasn't been helping at all is the fact that my clothes don't fit. And of course my clothes wouldn't fit if I was small before and now I'm not. When people are making comments to you about your weight, you put on your jeans and they don't go up past your thighs anymore, and you put on your favorite shirt and it's kind of tight. The only thing going on in my head, and you probably are if everybody keeps making comments about it, and I don't know, it's weird. It's like me trying to convince myself that I look good, or the little devilish me saying, no you don't, because if you looked good, then people wouldn't say those kind of things to you. Yeah, it's hard. But what I'm trying to do now is I've ordered a whole bunch of new clothes online, just waiting for them to show up. I've done some stupid things. I have done drinking apple cider vinegar. I have done the counting calories, and it was like, let's say they tell you like on average a woman should be eating like 2,000 calories. I was like, yeah, 2,000? Bitch, you only eating 1,000 calories, all right? I, like, at one point, I will only eat a pickle for dinner. One pickle. Because I was like, whoa, pickles have 0 calories. I like the way they taste. You don't deserve food, so I'm gonna eat one pickle. Yeah, it makes sense to me. I used to fantasize about starving myself. At some point I was like, I wasn't sure if I have body dysmorphia, but what I can say is my weight has stayed the same for the past year. Like, it's gone down and back up and down and back up with these stupid things that I have been doing to sabotage myself, hoping that I will look like a fucking skinny 16-year-old again. And sometimes I look in the mirror, like today. I look in the mirror and I'm like, damn, you fine. And then sometimes I look in the mirror and I'm like, I will go to like take a picture and I'll see the picture after and I'm like, bro, you have like a huge double chin. Yo, someone messaged me on Instagram at one point and said, yo, Kiki, are you pregnant? No, I'm just fat. And I believe it's only gonna get harder because, you know, with age comes things like, you know, like wrinkles and gray hairs. And I mean, I had stretch marks before, but now I have like the scary, super dark, big ass stretch marks. What is this? Look at this. This is like, so at some point, you know, I wouldn't even want to look at myself in the mirror naked. I didn't want to wear nice clothes. I only wanted to wear baggy clothes because I didn't want to show my figure. I didn't want to see what I looked like. So if I always have clothes on, I don't gotta see it. And if I always have baggy clothes on, then I don't have to see my figure. There's nothing wrong with my figure, but in my head, it's not okay unless I looked how I did before people started commenting on my body. I just try to tell myself, you know, they don't pay your bills, so who cares what they think? They're not gonna marry you and have kids with you, so who cares what they think? When you have babies, your body's gonna change, so who gives a fuck? And I wish it were that simple, but anyways, I'm trying to be healthier because I want to live long, and I'm trying to get it out of my head about losing weight. I have been obsessed with losing weight for a year. I was extremely confident, and I'm not confident anymore, and I would like to be confident again. The crazy thing about all of this is, in my early 20s, I used to look at women my age, and I would be so jealous of their curves. I would be jealous of their hips, their thighs, their booty, their boobies, because I didn't have none. I felt like an 8-year-old boy, and here I am now, and I'm not even enjoying this woman body that I wanted so bad before. So I've been dealing with that for a year, and I have not gained anything. I have not lost weight. I have not become more confident. Nothing has happened. It's just been one long year of me hating the way I look, and quite frankly, it's not helping me out in any way. There are more important things in life than weight. Yeah, I just don't want, I want to love myself. I do. And I do love myself, but I also want to love my body. If you can relate to this at all, please share your thoughts with me, because I think me crying about it by myself has been counterproductive, and honestly, I would love to be able to talk to people who feel the same way as me. Anyways, it feels kind of weird asking people to like, comment, and subscribe to a video like this, so I don't really care what you do. But thanks for watching.